Hi y'all, Jeff here with Jeff's Cars and Garage, and welcome back to another video. And today it's Sunday and clear skies, beautiful day. You know, it's 28th of September and the leaves have just starting to turn a little bit. So fall is in the air. So 300 SD, I took it out for a drive yesterday. I drove it 20 some miles, drove like a dream. I still have work that needs to be done on that. I need to pull the cluster, and the little cluster pulling tools that I have didn't work yesterday. The little pokey thing is not supposed to turn. It's supposed to be stable. You put it in, turn, pull. Well, these are loose as a goose. I mean, you can see it's not supposed to turn. So I'm probably gonna have to get out the welder and weld those, these points here, so that you can stick it in, grab the little catch thing, and pull the cluster. I need to get that done on that. The other thing that I have delayed a lot is the windshield washer, and I don't know if it's the pump or what. I've never diagnosed it because I hardly drive this car, but I'm actually trying to get it ready to sell. I think I want to sell it, and I've mentioned that in a couple other videos. The car runs and drives, and it drives beautifully. It rides beautifully. There's no suspension noises. There's no clunking. There's nothing on that car that other than the dash lights don't work, and the odometer doesn't click. So right now it's showing 113,000 and change miles. True miles are unknown, but the way the car runs and drives, I think it's not too much more than 113,000. In fact, if I remember right, the odometer worked when I got it. And since the car sits outside, the plastic parts, get warm and then they kind of crack. But that's not the purpose of this video today. This video, I'm still working on this pain in the butt 300 SL. And I went and found the old coil. I'm going to swap out the coil. I think the problem on this with it's not starting is electrical. I changed the fuel pressure regulator because it was literally leaking, and I covered that in another video. Put the used one on there. It doesn't leak, but the car still does not start. And if I'll put a link down below, for the last video. But if you subscribe to the channel, you can see the playlist. And you can see the progress along the way. This car has been nothing but a challenge regarding, its runnability. Now, I'm to the point where there is trust me, I'm not going to take this to the dealership, but there is a repair place. It's in Papillion, Nebraska, which is a suburb of Omaha. Called Star Class Motors. I'm literally to the point where I'm going to see if I can get this thing on a trailer, or maybe even my insurance company, since I have Haggerty, I think I have a roadside assistance on my policy, and get it down there to them and say, here, get this car to where it runs, but within a reasonable amount of money, because I don't want to spend thousands of dollars on this car, because right now this car is only worth $3,500, maybe. Retail, I've seen them on Marketplace around $3,000 to $3,500 to somewhere around $6,000 is all they're bringing in the early years on the R129. So do I want to spend a lot of money on the car? Not really, if it's not worth anything. This used to be worth probably $5,500. Now its value is down probably basically the best I could get out of it, because it needs paint, is probably around $3,000, maybe $3,200. And so why would I want to sell it? But I need the space. And if you follow my channel, I've got the lift, so now I have two garages, two cars in one space, but I still need more space. I mean, I need to get rid of some cars. I've got way too many sitting here, and of course, I'm paying insurance on most all of them. I won't tell you which ones I'm not, but I will tell you which ones I'm not. Both of the 72s right now, I'm not paying insurance on them because neither one of them are plated. Neither one of them are, legal to drive anyway. And quite frankly, I still have a little bit more work on the 350 SL and the 280 SEL 4.5. Yui is still working on, some of the electrical system on it. And hopefully when they come today, that's what he's going to focus on. But without further ado, I'm going to take the camera and I'm going to move it around and I'm going to put this coil, and it's the one that came off of the car, and I probably took it off thinking, it was a part to replace before. And I'm going to try and get the camera right here to where y'all can see. This is going to be tough because, we're focusing, down here in the engine compartment. Let me see here. I think I can, I got the sunlight. Yeah, I think you could probably see it. It's right here, the coil. And I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, you probably can. If you can't, I apologize. Let me get the camera a little straighter. And I'm not disconnecting the battery, so I'm going to be very careful to not, it should not be charged. Well, how come? Okay, there we go. And it has two different size nuts on the posts, so that way you don't get them confused. And I don't want to lose my nuts. And the lock washer, there we go. So that side is off. That's the bigger side. Come on, there's two wires on that side. And I've already taken the coil wire, the wire off that goes to the distributor. All right, let's take the other side off. All right, there's the lock washer. We'll set that down, and then we've got that's 10 millimeters. So let's see. Oh no, what did I do? Of course, there's a ground wire there, and I dropped. Well, let's get this other side off. I dropped the bolt. I may have to go get my magnet and go find it. That's me with my all thumbs. Alright, I got that one in my hand, so there we go. Now let's see if I can... Oh, I think I can get it. There it is. Alright, now we'll put the original one on, and it is actually German, so it's the part number. This one was aftermarket, so you know, quite frankly, folks, it's very possible that it's bad, but we will. Come on, get out the way there. We'll put the original one back on, and because we really don't know. I mean, now we're just swapping parts to troubleshoot and all kinds of things. I personally think it's electrical, but you know, who knows? And then we'll try and start the car again. All right. I do have on order another fuel pump relay. I mean, again, it's a $20, you know, they're $20 parts. And then when my daughter Madison and Yui get here, we can also try, we can crank it and pop an injector, you know, because it could be a fuel pump issue. But I had fuel you know, I've got fuel. I know getting to the fuel pressure regulator, but is it getting past it? You know, that's hard to say. All right, let's tighten this down. Okay, do I have all my wires? There we go. Got this one last little one here. All right, let's take these, take all this off here, put it back in our little tool holder. This little set from Walmart has really come in handy. Put the coil wire back on. Here's the cap. I'll just put the cap on. Get this stuff out of the way, and then I'll move the camera up. And we'll attempt to start the car. So now we'll just feed the camera up a little bit more. There we go. All right, folks. Another part changed. The ignition coil. You know, in today's cars now you have a coil for every cylinder. But back in these days it was one coil. I am not getting any. Okay, well, that was not the problem. So, we're going to end that video right there for now. So, folks, there you go. Put your thoughts down below. Tell me what you think. You know, I may just change and put the other coil back on because, and I don't need to put that on video because, well, I knew it worked before. This one I'm not sure of. I'm just going to change it back just because it was new. And this one is not proven to, don't know if it works or not, because, back a year ago when we were changing parts. Another possible problem is the, what do they call it, the overload protection relay. That's been changed on this car. However, I don't have another. I have one, but I don't know if it's any good either. And that's in the trunk. So we'll pick this up another time. I'm over it, folks. I'm over it. It's just like, it's a bad penny. It keeps turning up. And I certainly, I'd like to get this car back on the road. I haven't even taken the top off of it this year. I haven't even put up the convertible top and locked it down. That was one of the things I was going to do this year. Speaking of which, be watching for the next video, or one of the next videos, because we're going to take the white hardtop off of the Thunderbird and see if the canvas, the canvas soft top is actually how good a shape it's in, and actually make it function. And hopefully it functions, because we never tried it when we bought the car, so we don't know if the motor to the soft top actually works. So be watching for that video when Huey and Madison get here. We'll probably be doing a video of the process it takes to get that top off. It's not as easy as a Mercedes. It's certainly not as easy as this car. This car is a button. It releases the hydraulics and it pops it loose. You lift it off and then continue on, and the hydraulics lift up the soft top. In the old 107 chassis, you have the two knobs here and the two knobs here, and then the release in the center, and it's easy. Not with the Thunderbird. So keep watching for those videos. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and keep watching the videos that keep coming out, because there are a few things that are informative. Oh Lord, yeah, everything in today's world has just been topsy-turvy, and so my world is as well. Have a great day. Keep watching. Thank you.